Today's book is The Prophet, and this book is by Kahlil Gibran. I think I said it right. Please make fun of me if I said it wrong. And the reason I picked up this book was because I went online and I looked up books similar to the Book of Mirdad, and I love that book. So I was like, let me try to find something that at least rivals it, and I'm pretty sure I did in this book. And the greatest part about this book is it's literally like 70 pages, I think. I mean, like, it's 80, but there's a bunch of pictures in it, but it's so poetic and it's so interesting and it's so insightful, and it's literally $5. If you really need a good book to read on the beach, like, I would definitely pick this up because you can get through it in like an hour or two. But I'm so glad I picked it up because it's the premise of the book is that there's a prophet. He's basically answering questions, and there's a crowd gathered around him, and they're asking his perspective on life. And it has a lot of parallels in today's world because, let's face it, human nature really hasn't changed. Like, we're still the same animals we used to be. Like, we think we're so civilized, we think that we're so above human nature, and we don't fall for the dangerous things that happened in the past. But the truth is, like, human nature is way less evolved than we have evolved technologically. And honestly, we might need more schooling in morals. We might need more schooling in philosophy because I feel like we were so lost as a world. And it's books like this that have tremendous insight that can really help us out. And there were a few things I really wanted to talk about, and one of them was the prophet was talking about joy, and what is the difference between joy and sorrow? Why is there sorrow in this world? Why is there a world where, you know, people can be so unhappy and bad things can happen? And the truth is, like, sorrow is what makes joy worthwhile. The more sorrow you go through, the more unhappiness you face, like, the more you appreciate it when you have a little glimmer of hope. We have a little glimmer of happiness, and it's so true. And he made a similar analogy about pain. Like, the reason why we go through physical pain is so that we can go through physical joy. And it's just, it really goes to show that, like, there's knowledge and there's wisdom out there, and we oftentimes like to think we're so smart. We're oftentimes think like, oh, well, this study said this or this study said this, but we never really expand our moral compass. We never really see things for what they really are. Like, is the home that you live in, are the borders that we put up around the world, are the walls we put ourselves in, like, are they really protecting us, or are they causing us to be less free? Are we giving ourselves freedom? Are we keeping ourselves away from others? Or are we keeping ourselves in? And the truth is, like, it's we're keeping ourselves in. We're putting ourselves in prison to keep everyone else out. And it's kind of baffling to me when you look at it from this perspective. And I'm definitely gonna pick up more works from Khalil. And I said Khalil because I know I said that one right. I'm not saying his last name again. But this is just an interesting book, and I don't know about you, but I really love short books. I really love books that I can get through in one sitting, and I can get through all the ideas that the author wanted to put across, because I feel like when you read a book that's 400 pages, it's very few and far in between when the author doesn't start repeating themselves, where they don't have a new idea, where, you know, they couldn't have simplified it in a way that you grasp the entire concept. Because I'm not somebody that needs a 30-page analysis of a study. Like, if you say something that's very insightful and it makes sense logically, I'm going to adapt it. I'm going to apply it into my own life, and that's why I love books like this. And if you like The Alchemist, if you like the Book of Mirdad, if you liked any of the more, like, esoteric, mystic books that I've suggested, like, you're gonna like this book. I promise you that. And it's really well written, it's really insightful, and it's really poetic. And it was a nice surprise today because I didn't really have any plans. So I sat down, read the book, and it was a great day. So go ahead, pick up this book if you like this video, if you like the things I was saying. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it more than I can even begin to explain. I'll leave a link to the book in the description. Thank you so much for making it this far. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, guys.